Manchester United agreed deals to sign Frenkie de Jong and Tyrell Malacia. It has been on the edge of an announcement for the past 24 hours, but it's now being reported by the Manchester press that the deals are done. Finer details being sorted out, legalities, a few elements around structural payments are just holding up the official announcements from Manchester United, but done deals are here. The here we goes are moments away. Two big pieces of business that Manchester United have made, and they are moving on to Lisandro Martinez next. Man United mean business. The Premier League transfer window's heating up. Smash that like and share button. Here we Manchester United have agreed the deals for Frenkie de Jong and Tyrell Malacia. United have agreed both deals. United's 7-week pursuit of de Jong is expected to be finalised. £56 million plus add-ons is understood to be the fee. And as we all know, Manchester United hijacked Lyon's deal for the Netherlands international Tyrell Malacia, 22 years of age, yesterday. It's been reported by many outlets that Tyrell has picked Manchester United, and it's been stated that Lyon have considered their interest over. Finished. They are walking away, the Athletic reports. And Manchester United have got these deals done. They've got them in the bag. They've got them completed. They will complete very soon. And as we know, once the deals are done, when teams like Man United get to this point, barring a catastrophe in the medical, it's done, it's dusted, it's over the line. Less than 1% of deals foul from this moment on. United won't be getting hijacked. They are players that Erik ten Hag wants. They are players that suit the style and the philosophy that not only he's bringing to this team, but he is going to instill across Manchester United. And I'm for one, I'm very excited to see that, not only as a Man United fan, but as a football fan in general. Even towards the back of Fergie's time at Manchester United, go back, the footage is still there. You know, the early days of the full-time Devils, when I was part of that brilliant group over there. I said this, I want Man United to move into the 21st century. Fergie was a great manager, but there was new styles being created. There was new ways of playing. You had a young Pep who had already achieved brilliant things. You had Klopp on the way up as an example. I wanted those managers at Manchester United to give us that 21st century, modern day, contemporary style of play. And we've never been there. You know, Moyes, LVG, Jose Mourinho, Oli. We've never had that. Exciting times ahead, and of course there's a big question mark. What's about the talent ID? What about the talent ID? What are Manchester United doing to improve things? Why is Erik ten Hag only looking at players that he would have signed at Ajax or had at Ajax or have been at Ajax? Because that's exactly the philosophy that he's bringing to Manchester United Football Club. He is going to instill that philosophy. Total football is coming to Manchester United. Will it be ready year one? Will we be at our very best this season? Probably not. But the manager knows how to do this. He needs the right type of players for a number of reasons. And we'll start with de Jong, because de Jong has been this saga that's gone on, as reported here by Samuel Luckhurst, 7-week pursuit. And people are making out like a 7-week pursuit is really long. It's crazy. There's too much going on here. It really isn't. And I'm scratching my head when I think about this, because Fabio Vieira was a 2 to 2.5 month process by Arsenal. Darwin Núñez, Liverpool started that work late February, early March to bring him to Anfield. Yuri Tillemans, who's highly expected to go to Arsenal, 12 months in the making. Deals take a long time. So to be able to start flat-footed with a new regime, new ideas, and if you read the reports fully rather than the headlines, the Man United board are completely and utterly listening to what Erik ten Hag and his new team want. The recruitment team are going, okay, well, de Jong and Tyrell Malacia weren't on our priority list, but we're changing our priority list. We are evolving because we've got a new style, a new philosophy being brought into the football club. And it's absolutely imperative that the manager, given his players, are not told he's got to buy players from Ollie's list or from Ralph's list or from Jose's list, whatever list they're still using. There needs to be a coherent approach. But Frenkie de Jong is a fantastic piece of business at £56 million. Now, it could rise to somewhere around 70 to 75 million with performance-related add-ons. And what's really important there is performance-related add-ons. Manchester United have got to make Champions League football. Man United have got to win major trophies. If that happens, and he's integral, and we have to pay another 15, 20 million pounds out, who cares? Not me, not you, not even rivals, because there's no banter there. You can't banter people for success. It's weird, right? So this is a fantastic deal, £56 million. When you consider West Ham want 150 million for Declan Rice, it's an absolute sensational piece of business by Manchester United. Now, you look at the Tyrell situation, and there's a really funny passage here from a Dutch outlet that says that when Manchester United contacted Feyenoord's sporting director around Malacia, the director had to restrain himself from doing a happy dance, but because of his knee injuries, Feyenoord wanted to boost their financial figures before the end of the month. And I think this is really, really key. I mean, this deal was done. This guy's picked Manchester United. We've tweeted about it. Everybody else has. This was a shoo-in to happen. I know this year there's quite a few of the tier ones that are sort of pushing the personal terms after the deals are done. I'm telling you now, the clubs know when a player is going to say yes. That's why they make these official bids. The only time that can be different is if 2, 3, 4 clubs have all had bids accepted or all got bids in around being accepted. You have to go back and readdress the personal situation because you might now need to increase your offer because there's 3 or 4 clubs that are in acceptable positions. But you know that the player is already favourable to joining your club. There's no way Arsenal would have bid for Rafinha if Rafinha said from day one, I will not join no matter what. There's no way Man United were bidding for De Jong if there was, I don't want to join. It's not where I want to be. I don't want to play at Man United. This is all nonsense. And exactly the same for Tyrell Malacia. But that deal is done. That deal is over the line. The formal announcements will come at some point soon, but United fans can sit back and relax. The big question then is, what comes next? Well, Manchester United is said to have already made a £40 million bid for Lisandro Martinez. It's been heavily reported in the past 24 hours that Manchester United will make a big approach to hijack the Arsenal deal and bring him in. Now, I know that so far that both clubs are around £9 million short of the valuation. There's no reason for Man United at this moment in time to increase their bid above Arsenal's because they fancy themselves in this race. But the real important element here is, and we'll touch more on Lisandro Martinez later, I've got, show coming out later with Ben Jacobs. Make sure you're tuning in. The real important thing for Man United fans to focus on here is you should have stayed calm. If you're a Man United fan that was panicking, cool. Like, it's not about calling anybody out here, but stay patient. There was no way Man United were not going to sign players. We're at a point where we could complete the signing of 3 to 4 players in the next week and a half. And I'm telling you this now, as sure as eggs are eggs. Christian Eriksen, his mind's already been changed. He was adamant he wanted to be in London. He's already changed his mind. Like, he's really considering Manchester United. He's just waiting there to see what the club does, what the club can pull in, who he's going to be playing with. De Jong, Tyrell Malacia, potentially Lisandro Martinez. There's no reason for him to say no. He's been offered a very lucrative, very compelling, very attractive deal. It's going to be 1 year with a 1 year extension. So if he performs for us as he did for Brentford, if he is influential, if he's helping us win games, he'll get 2 years at the biggest club in England and a team that is looking to rebuild and get back to its former glories. And listen, will Man United win the Premier League in the next 2 years or the Champions League? Probably not. Can we win FA Cups and League Cups in the Europa League? Absolutely. And that's still trophies. I believe there's more chance under Erik ten Hag of winning trophies with Man United than there is at Brentford, and there would have been if he'd have joined Tottenham. And I think that Man United, there's been no promise of how many players are going to come in. My prediction's been 4 to 5. A lot of people felt 4 to 5 signings was absolutely off the table. Couldn't happen. Never going to happen. Well, in fact, it really could. £56 million for Frenkie de Jong. Right, 70 million when you now include Malacia. The deal will probably be around 35 to 40. Let's just say it's £40 million in the end for Martinez, if that's achievable. That's £110 million. Free transfer of Frenkie de Jong. The budget was always around 150 plus other players that we sold. So if you think it's going to cost around 50 million pounds potentially, maybe 60 million pounds for Anthony, who is the attacking player United are looking at, that's 160. You then we're going to raise 30, 40 million pounds in sales. We could raise even more. That balances things out around about that quote unquote net spend of 120 million pounds. That's what everyone said the budget was. Nobody thought United could buy 4 to 5 players for that level of money. And of course, it's possible when you listen to a manager and you buy what he thinks he needs, what he feels he needs, that fits his philosophy. This is Malacia is a player that he was going to buy at Ajax. He wouldn't have wanted to have sold Sandro Martinez. He never wanted to get rid of Frenkie de Jong. You know, there's talks about the likes of ligt and other targets. What he's essentially doing here, Erik ten Hag, he wants to bring the band back together. And not a band that had its heyday, made its best albums, and then started to dwindle and they broke up. We're not talking about Oasis, who, even if they got back together now, will probably never release an album as good as their originals. They're past their best, and that's not a dig. Everybody, you know, every dog has their day. This is a band that never actually released its album. This is a band that never actually hit the peaks of its power because it was broken up before it could start. And you're not talking about a bunch of 30-year-olds that he's trying to get back together to recreate the past. He's trying to give Manchester United what he was very close to building at Ajax, a Champions League winning team. I get why rivals would push back on this. I get why rivals would try and put this down. But Man United fans, don't get overly excited and expect us to be back next year. But have some hope here. The business looks brilliant. 2 deals done. Players have picked Manchester United, and both, of course, in different scenarios, but had options elsewhere. And Manchester United is who they have gone to. Manchester United is who they have picked. More to come. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Take care. Goodbye. God bless.